Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ali. I'm from Young Innovators Network. Today, we have a session where we're going to talk about how the children are coping in a school holidays in a lockdown time, and what parents and children can do in there. That's our topic. Young Innovators bring learning activities for the children to learn about new learning skills, as well as they learn new technologies during school holidays through workshops. And we have in a panelist, we have a parent and a few students to talk about how they're going through this. Let me introduce them. And we have Zakaria with us, as well as unfortunately, his webcam is struggling a bit. And also we have Sister Sadia with us, and we have a Shan Ali from the Young Innovator team as well. So we open this session with asking a very basic question to our participants about how they're coping with the COVID. Suddenly we have a lockdown time, the school holidays came, it's a winter. So I just want to ask Zakaria, how are you going in your school holidays with the COVID?
So it was the end of term 3. Me and my friends were planning to go out in the holidays, but then COVID came along and caused a lockdown. So school ended, so there's no learning obstructions. But socially, I can't go to my friends. My friends can't come here. So lately, I've been hanging around social media a lot and talking to my friends to keep in contact and make sure that nothing goes wrong. So,
Okay, great. So what do you do at home? What are the things you keep yourself busy besides the social media?
I play sport outside in the backyard when there's no rain with my brothers. I also keep a steady routine so COVID doesn't affect my sleep schedule, my learning schedule. And I also try and stay healthy in the fact of mentally and physically. Your body has to stay fit while your mental status also represents a big part of you.
Excellent, excellent. And I want to ask the similar question to Sadia. Sadia, I want to know, you have a children of your own, or a niece or nephew?
Yeah, so firstly, thank you for having me. I do have a child of my own, and I've got nephews as well. And as Zachariah mentioned, school, I'm a teacher as well. So I've, first-hand experience of COVID and the impact on all of us. It's been huge, and the uncertainty it's constant. We don't know what's going to happen until the very last moment. And as a teacher, it's unsettling, to be honest, and it does affect our well-being as well. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's great in a way that your response is really spot on where you're saying, but on the other side is to say the word I pinch on is uncertainty, how to deal with it, because it's not only hold you for physically and but emotionally, just you can't plan anything. That thing on constantly hit your mind. And I want to link this to the Shan, your own experience, how you are dealing with it. What are you doing at the moment to keep yourself in the school holidays?
So
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
No, that's okay. Sorry, I thought it was mine.
No problem. Yes, go ahead, Shan.
Okay, so when it comes to COVID in particular, unfortunately, what happened is that COVID obviously stopped many social events I was planning to go to. So that kind of irritated me, and obviously it explains why there was so much backlash from the community, right? And so COVID brought out a lot of anger, and then what happened slowly is that one of the ways I coped with COVID was how everything went online. So, for example, like card games and stuff, if you were a massive fan of card games, they actually introduced card games online. They explain that, oh, you can use your webcam to play the exact same game online versus other people. And because of that, what happened is that other than the fact that you need to figure out how to cope with COVID, everyone else is already giving you support. So if you actually take that support, it'll help you a lot more. And so, as I mentioned, things are going online. So that's one way I was able to cope with everything. And I had to obviously make sacrifices for myself. I eventually just quit gym altogether. And I realized I could also work out at home. So you can work out at home. You can go online with majority of things you want to do now. It irritates a lot of us. It honestly does, the fact that everything's in lockdown. But we just need to move forward and make the proper decisions and make our sacrifices for the better good, obviously. But that's how I coped with everything. I just took it as it was and moved forward.
Thank you. I mean, I what Sean already linked up to saying what he's doing at the moment. I just want to ask the other participants what are their suggestion to deal with the situation at home. Lakshan said he cannot go to gym, but he does work at home, and similarly he keep himself busy there. Obviously, he's involved in the young innovators activity, keeps him quite a busy actually. So I want to know, Zakaria, what are the suggestions you can give it to parents and children to what else they can do? Like you mentioned about social media, which is it's a positive use. Like we are doing at the moment is one of the application we are doing. We all together, and at least we are in touch. We can do not the same way, but little bit you can keep yourself busy. So what are the other suggestions you think a parents or students can do while they are at home?
As a student in Year 9, I'm classified as a child, and I would like to talk how children can keep their bodies and brains healthy. So you can, like myself, maintain a routine of how normal days would go, like study from 9 to 3, or like keep a proper sleep schedule, because this is a thing that affects you and your brain like greatly. If you're not able to sleep a lot, then you're not able to function properly throughout the day. Another thing is to keep yourself mentally happy. COVID has hit people with depression, and many very terrible cases have gone through court about depression, like suicide. This is a very horrible thing to hear, but it's how life works. So keeping your brain mentally happy is also a main thing. Parents can keep their children happy by utilizing them, playing with them, teaching them useful life skills, or simply just spending time with their children. This also makes them happy, but it also creates a bond with their children.
Excellent. That's spot on the things that you touched on, the mental health and thing. And when we talk about we are lucky, and I didn't know that Sadia is a school teacher. I just want to know, from a teacher point of view, what you can suggest to parents where they can keep their children healthy and happy at the same time.
Yeah, so I completely agree with Zachariah. Even as a teacher and a parent myself, well-being is the most important thing at the end of the day. For parents to reach out to the outer community, it is so important if they are struggling to reach out to, there's councils, there's counselors at school to reach out to. There's facilities provided by the government from schools that they'll be able to offer. So it is very important that they do reach out, not just for themselves, but for the well-being of their children as well.
So what about in the school holidays? I mean, what can we suggest? Like most of the parents who are not working in a public domain. They are home as well, children at home as well. It's kind of an open prison for them feel like, but how they can make it a positive use of it, rather than we have seen that is a lot of things that you can't do, but at the same time, what are the things they can do it to make a positive outcome rather than being suffocated at home?
I think this is the best opportunity to go back to basics. You know, even though we're in lockdown, we can still go outside for exercising.
Yes,
use those
absolutely.
facilities.
Spot
Yeah,
on.
use those
Yep.
outdoor facilities. You know, you don't always have to spend that money. I know there's, chipmunks and those indoor facilities that we have all the time now, but there's parks that are still open. Take your child out to ride a bike, play soccer with them at the park. There's cricket as well. All those things, just going back to basics.
Excellent, excellent. So I just want to ask Shayan, is to what you involve with the young innovators. What are the activities the young innovators plan this holiday, and where their children can get benefited from?
Some of the activities that we planned in particular were, I think, there was 3 workshops we planned. One was how to code using HTML. The other one was using a CS first program designed by Google to help students with coding. And these are just 2 avenues that students who are interested in coding can, look into and go for. And what we're trying to give them is something to look forward to, something to busy themselves in, something productive and, as a learning experience, something they can look at. Regardless, other than that, we also had another workshop, which is the public speaking workshop. That workshop's mainly there for students to actually build up courage, and especially during lockdown, sometimes you might have online classes. And during that workshop, we also give advice for students who are trying to do online presentations, who are trying to do formal presentations in class. And the goal of that workshop entirely is just to help students with their presentations, with anything else that they have to do, any formals or speech writing, etc. So that's what Young Innovators Network in particular is doing.
Excellent, excellent. That's really great. I just want to add a few things. I tried to sum up some of the things you said, and I got quite ideas from the notes I gathered from your quite valuable points you raised and commented on. So as I said, first is to, they all say, is to, rather than getting a panic, you just try to look at what you can do. For that is to make a little plan, right? In a school days, we have already the plan is structured. We get up in the morning and the day goes along. You go to school, come back, homework, it's a structure. So similar structure you need to plan with your parents. So first thing, okay, I'm gonna make my daily plan. Even at home, you can use Google Calendar or any calendar or whiteboard where you can just tell, okay, in the morning, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do 3 kind of things. I'm gonna have some socializing, whatever the way I find with the family. And the second thing, I'm gonna have some learning activities where there's a lot of things which I'd never thought about. Now I can start it. Like there's a list of things you can do, or learn a new things, or catch up your work, which you, if you have a homework from school or assignment. So these are learning activities, and you can start anything new at home which you thought, okay, I didn't do that before. That can be with the family, like playing the crosswords, or you playing a cardboard. That's with the family, and you can do the similar one is online as well. And you can also, like if you are involved with the young innovators, you can do the similar activity with the young club members which we have, where they do things, they play games together, they also learn together as well, and they do certain projects where they are involved with in a school holidays. They wait for it so they can continue their robotics project or their the online things we're doing. Whatever we're doing, we learn through the Young Innovator Club as well. The one thing for parents, very important to remind your children, what's your plan today? That's a very basic thing, and ask them to give them the ideas, but don't force them. I repeat, don't force them. Give them the ideas and let them plan the way they want to plan. and just give them a feedback. Say, oh, you did great. And you remind, rather than you focus just purely on study, you remind them and say, look, make sure you have some fun time for yourself. And whenever they talk, we can't do this, give them the ideas what they can do. All right. We try to put, we finish this show, we try to put a list of activities in the comments which they can do. That's including our thing in there. I'll give you a very good news for the Young Innovator Club members as well, because I want them to come back and keep doing what they're doing, to be part of the workshops we run and help other children. And so with the little bit of practice and patience, you will be able to plan your day. And that should include, as I said, a bit of physical activities you can do still at home. And as Sadia said, you can go out for a ride, a bike, or kick a ball, or a walk, or a bit of outdoor exercise, especially if you have a sunny day. And learning something new is always fun. And we learned a lot in a COVID, doing new things. And make sure you have some fun time there as well in the day. And when you have a bit of plan, it's good to stick on the fridge or stick on a whiteboard so the whole family members know about it. So this way, everybody will say, okay, this is a family time, what we plan for the other kids as well, in sibling, I mean. So if you put children in charge of their day, believe me, I have found from my experience, they always do 80% right. The 20% we all, get laggy and just distracted is all right. But if you don't have a plan, it means what they call it. If you don't have a plan, it means it's a plan for disaster. All right. If you fail, what they say, if you fail to plan, it's a plan for failure. So I want to ask to anything they want to add before we conclude this short thing. Or actually, before we do that, I just want to bring back and show it to you a good news what we have. Let me see. Where did I go? I just put a brand. No, it's just brand. Okay. This is for exclusively for Young Innovator Club member. Club membership is a free and is for the other kids as well. This holiday, we have 3 activities what we are doing, and we're also doing a club activities as well, where we learn all these skills like YouTubing. Whatever we are doing is also part of the learning they've done, how to run a show online, how to market these things, share with the other children. So we have $600 worth of prizes for the children who participate in these activities. So all the children who participate in Young Innovators activities to help other children and also learn themselves. At the end of the holidays, we will have 3 prizes for the 3 best kids who done. They would be active and they help other children. Also, they learn new skills. We evaluate them at the end of the holidays. The first child will get $300. The second prize will be $200, and the third prize will be $100. And we put this in the comment box so you can remember that. And we will also advertise on our YouTube channel, which you can like, subscribe, and share. And this opportunity you can share with the other members as well of the children at home. So they will be rewarded for their learning and engagement. So I just want to ask feedback from the Zakaria as a concluding remarks, to ask if they want to add anything they thought about after having this show, just to give them the idea which they think they're going to try. Zakaria.
The main thing I want to say is the fact about depression, because depression can lead to severe incidents. So the main thing I want to say is basically, if you're going through hard times, just reach out to your family or friends who can help you get past that hard time.
Excellent.
If you think you're depressed, don't wait. Go to a doctor. Reach out to your family again or your friends. Just don't wait. Everything has no time for you to waste. The first second you get a test, you start right away, don't you? It's the same thing with mental health and physical health. So overall, if there's a problem, try and fix it right away. Don't waste time during this precious but also very slow and horrible time.
Absolutely. I mean, Zakaria, I'll be offline. When we get offline, we talk more about it. You brought a lot of good ideas. We can do another show on it to get into more detail and give children a practical advices where they can try if they get these symptoms, because many young children, they can't identify. They just take it to, okay, I'm sad, I'm demotivated, but they can't see the severity. So we'll talk more about as we go offline, and we talk about it and see, because that's not the focus point. Obviously, it's one of the point we need to talk about it. So I go back to Sadia to know more about whatever we discuss. Anything you think is worth to try, or something you think is.
Yeah, so just want to link back to Zachariah. I do believe, well-being obviously is very important. Just wanted to add to that, mental health it's not a destination. It can't, it doesn't come overnight. It's a process. You have to be patient, but you do have to start. So those little steps, reaching out to your family, your friends, it's very important. Just doing those little things for self-care as well. It might just be having a shower, going for a walk, having that cup of tea, which is beginning that process.
Excellent. So this means that don't be, I mean, if you put it the other way around, the first step would be don't be alone for a longer period of time, especially even not with a computer. Being with a computer is means you are alone, unless you are engaged in something, interacting with somebody and talking and telling others how you feel, how you're going.
Yeah. So this is just like I said before, going back to basics, you can even write a letter. It's not just, I know we're so focused on technology these days, but, find a pen pal, write a letter. You don't even have to know the person. Write what you need to talk about, what you're feeling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just come back to Shan. Shan, just tell me what's your what we're doing tomorrow, so that just to people know that if there's any opportunity, they can engage your children. What age is what's the next workshop we're doing?
Next workshop we're doing is CS First, which is for 7 to 12 mostly.
Okay. So what do we do in that CS First?
The CS First program was designed by Google, and this program is being delivered by us, Young Invaders Australia. And what we're doing basically is that in this workshop, students will be learning about, I think some will be doing game programming depending upon their skill, but a lot of them will be doing storytelling, where they'll be learning how to animate on platforms such as Scratch, and they'll be learning the basics of programming through the Scratch in particular.
So if you have activities like this, the children can be busy and they can be learning something new, and that keep them excited. So that's keep them happy as well.
Yeah.
And and what we're doing next week? What's the last week?
Next week was the workshop I mentioned earlier, which was important, especially when you're a student, which is public speaking. Because obviously, when it comes to getting marks as well, public speaking is very important, both in a social life, and also in a, how should I put this, in a formal setting as well, especially in university and high school. It'll get you a lot of marks.
Yeah. Excellent. So thank you very much, and we will be doing, like as I said, we will be doing a similar show. Especially I got a message through you guys to look at the mental health thing, and we have a very great doctor, psychologist. She always help us to create awareness about the mental health challenge with the youth. So we'll plan it and we advertise it. For that, please join our YouTube channel, like it, subscribe it, so you will know more about it. And also, if you want to involve with the Young Innovator Club, you can leave a comment or contact us through the email. We post that email, learn@younginnovators.net.au. You can get that email in the comment box. Thanks a lot, and thank you very much. And stay safe, stay at home, be active, happy, and healthy. Have a good afternoon.